Very exciting this evening. Good evening to listener. Hello, Monday, Ian Lee, Absolute Radio. Thank you, Ben Jones, for playing some records and talking. Busy show this evening. We've got some people coming in who were friends of Frank Sidebottom to talk about the award. Can I announce this yet? I think it's happened. He won a posthumous award, the Chortle Awards. I think I've said it now. If I wasn't meant to say it, sue me. And they're here to talk about that, and also his statue that they are desperately trying to get the money together to make happen. So we're talking about that. And also we'll be speaking to... I'm going to call him our UFO expert. I think he's usurped Joe Lavens in terms of UFO expertise. Michael Cohen from Australia, who'll be talking to us after midnight about the UFO that was spotted in Jerusalem. Ever been to Jerusalem? I've been there. Very tense place. Very tense. Beautiful. A little bit tense. A lot of people walking around with guns. And you think it could kick off at any moment. If you're a UFO, why the hell would you go there? Makes you wonder, doesn't it? Just me here this evening, so if you want to call up, it'll be straight to air. It may take some time for your calls to get through. Bear with me. I'll do the best I can. I'm not very good, but I'm keen. OK, now, last week we talked a little bit about a UFO that had been spotted in Jerusalem. It was on the Channel 4 News. It was on a few other news broadcasts. It was in the papers. It was a big story. Well, we have got back on the line Michael Cohen, our UFO expert, who's all the way in Australia. Michael, remind me what the website is you run again, please.
All News Web.
All News Web. And I'm guessing you went quite big on this story, did you?
Well, I actually I actually discovered the footage and broke the story, and I've talked to the witnesses and stuff like that.
For those who haven't seen it, and it is on YouTube, so go and Google it. It's over the Dome of the Rock in Jerusalem, and it's a white light. Describe what happens, Michael.
Basically, some people see a white light that could be, confused as a very big star at the beginning.
Mm.
And the thing starts descending and then hovers for a while just above the Dome of the Rock and then shoots off at an incredible or impossible speed. And the thing about it is there are three different films of the event.
Oh, really? Because I've seen two of them. I didn't realise there was a third.
Oh, the one that's being sort of kept a little bit hidden by the media is the fourth video, and that is by far the most interesting.
Why? What's in that one?
Well, it's the same, but it's much more close up, and it's so far proven completely undebunkable.
Yeah.
The one you've probably seen, the second one, which is really the third one, is a fake. The one where they go, we get these all the time in Mississippi.
Oh, that's the one with the American woman in the background. Oh,
that was put in there. I mean, the UFO crowd would say that was put in there to discredit the event. That cannot be real. It's just a joke. It's a send-up of UFOs, the idea that rural Americans in Mississippi are always seeing them. And
how do you know that one's a fake? What's in that gives that away?
Oh, it's just, if you've been studying UFOs for a while, it's just complete nonsense. It doesn't look good. It's a 2-hour job, if that, on a computer.
Yeah.
The actual background is static.
Yeah.
It's just a photo that they've lifted off the internet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but the other three are completely undebunkable, and they're the ones. All of them I've spoken to the witnesses. I'm the only person that has, and I'll say this: I don't think anyone ever will. So, for what it's worth, the thing is. Why I sort of really want to come on the show is it's being presented as a coordinated hoax or a viral marketing campaign for a movie. I just want to say that is absolutely impossible.
Right.
And I can pretty much, if not prove that, convincingly argue that. On Saturday morning, I woke up with, for some reason, 2 words in my head. A few words. Go to the computer and type in UFO Jerusalem. It was just running through my head.
Yeah.
Go and type in YouTube UFO Jerusalem.
Yeah.
The first video I got was the video that basically went viral.
Yeah.
Now, I've been doing this for a while, and in reality, there's videos like that put up every week, and unless you actually put them on a trajectory to go viral, nothing comes of them. You know, you get a couple of comments on them. Yeah. Good work. Keep your eyes on the skies. And I know this for a fact, and anyone that studied UFOs would know this. There's plenty of good footage out there. I fell off my chair when I saw it, but then I probably fall off my chair once a week. And obviously I like the symbolism with the Dome of the Rock and that.
Yeah.
So I sort of knew this one had legs. But I put it on a very control. I mean, I've been accused of being a hoaxer and that. I'm not. But I do have a bit of a knowledge of the internet. I put it on a very contrived trajectory, right, to send it viral. You know, something I've tried and true. I've done many times.
Yeah.
And I don't know how far people are going to look into this, but no investigation will ever place me having any contact with any of the people that did this.
Right.
Because I didn't. And they just couldn't, for this to have been coordinated, they would have had to anticipate the very contrived process that I went through to send this thing viral.
Mm.
And that's the first thing. Second of all, because I got in early, I started sending things viral. I realised it was going really, really viral, and for whatever reason, I decided I'm going to contact. And I never do this. I don't contact witnesses ever. Right? For some reason, it was going mad. Like the internet was really buzzing over this one, YouTube, and that. Decided I wanted to keep control of my own story, which I failed in miserably.
Of course,
I knew I would fail. You know, as you do. And I rang the witness. I emailed him initially. And they sent back their number, and I rang them. And I don't know how to put this gingerly, or is that the word, or delicately? But the witnesses, they weren't even close to having. From what I heard of them, they were for this to have been done the way it was, it would have been had to have been a person been doing this stuff for years.
Yeah,
they weren't even anywhere near having the sort of, in my view, the personality that could have pulled off a stunt like this.
Right, okay. Are you saying they were quite dull people?
Well, I don't know how far I can go saying that.
Okay, but your point is taken, don't worry. Don't worry.
It's English radio, not Australian radio, really, so we can say a little bit.
Pretty much say a lot as long as it's not a swear word, yeah. They were boring people who wouldn't have the imagination to do this.
They weren't the brightest matzo ball in the soup.
Okay, you can say that, well done.
And basically, I don't believe they're employed by any marketing agency to send anything viral. And they're nice people, I spoke to them. I asked them what they, whether it was real or not. They insisted that it was real.
Yeah.
I asked what happened that night, and the gentleman, his name's Eligail Gedaljovich, told me that he had a feeling that night about Jerusalem being some kind of meeting place.
Yeah.
For aliens, that they were somehow attracted. I'm not saying I believe any of this, although I don't discount it.
Yeah.
Attracted to the spirituality or even the conflict of the place.
Mm.
And he seemed to see this as some sort of, not so much a UFO type event, but some sort of ultra-dimensional event, spirit type thing. That's what he believed he captured.
Yeah.
They were pretty innocent. They were just sort of, I think that day started dabbling sort of dipping their toes in ufology. I mean, this had none of the trademarks of a well-orchestrated hoax. I've sort of analysed their YouTube page. It was clearly just a page, slapdash page, stuck up on the web just for one video. It had stuff that if you were a real mastermind hoaxer, you never would have put on there. Like, he had his favourite song as Dark Side of the Moon. I know that's a song that people that are sort of into UFOs like.
Oh, it's a tedious song, for goodness sakes. Awful. It's an awful song. Pink Floyd are terrible.
I don't mind it, actually. But,
what does this mean for us, Michael? What does it mean?
Well, I believe that this was nothing more than a hologram. I have no doubt the event is real, and if we've got time, I don't know if we do, I can go on to the fourth. Yeah,
of course,
video.
Okay, yeah.
Right. I believe that it was a hologram sent down by extraterrestrials as a sign. They wanted publicity. They're actually basically doing this at their own pace. the world is now being prepared.
Can I just go off on a tangent?
There are other beings in this universe.
Let me just go off on a quick tangent, because this kind of ties in a little bit with what we spoke about last time, where you came on and said that Barack Obama was preparing to hint in a vague way that there was extraterrestrial life in a speech. Has that happened yet? Well, no, but my timeline was not that it would. That could happen in the next month. I didn't give it sort of a... But it is happening. Yeah. We are being... This was undoubtedly part of a program to basically soften the blow when people are told we are aware of the technologically advanced beings on other planets, which actually mathematically must be the case. Oh, of course. So if this is happening, I find this all very exciting, you know, whether this is or not.
It is. Yeah, look, there's a very small chance that this wasn't real. Yeah. But I don't see how, because I just want to talk for a minute about the fourth piece. Yeah, go on. We've got 2 minutes. Maybe later you want to look at, and it sort of proves my point. Yeah. The fourth piece of footage is the most remarkable footage, but no one's seen it because it wasn't specifically subjected to what I call a trajectory of sending it viral. Yeah. Doesn't matter how good it is, right? And that proves my point that had I not done what I did, no one would have picked up on it. Yeah. But anyway, back to the fourth one. It's an astonishing piece of footage, but it's accompanied by this ridiculous skit, which is nothing more than bad acting. I happen to speak Hebrew reasonably well and understand it, and I know a lot of people bought it that it's real, but they're acting. They're a bunch of Russian Israelis, and what they did, I believe, is that one of them got the initial footage, and some of his friends convinced him to reenact the night in a skit, thinking that it'd give them 15 minutes of fame. Right. Now, I could virtually prove that footage is genuine, because one of the comments being bandied around about it is that if this guy did it, you know, if this is a fake, the guy that did it is a genius. Yeah. Now, and that's without realising that he only had a day to do it, because I know this wasn't coordinated, right? Now, the reply to that is perhaps he is a genius. I mean, I know for a fact that plenty of Russian Israelis work in the IT industry in Israel, and some of them are very, very smart. But Israel is a country where there's a massive stigma attached to UFOs. I mean, Israel's in the dark ages in that respect, frankly. And, I mean, I realised the minute I saw that footage, if that young Russian guy that took it, if it's a hoax, we'll know in about 2 days. Right. Because why would a guy create a brilliant piece of footage? It wouldn't have been in his interest to just come out and say, I hoaxed that. Yeah. I mean, he's got no interest whatsoever in not coming public saying he hoaxed. He's probably done himself a lot of damage. Right? Now, I emailed him, and we sort of exchanged a few emails, and he stood his ground that the footage was real, and he'll explain later. Now, I don't believe he ever will. I don't believe we'll ever hear from any of the witnesses again. Right. But it doesn't make any sense. I mean, if this guy is this brilliant IT guy and he hoaxed it, I doubt this 19-year-old Russian Israeli understands the sensitivities of UFO believers, that he'd be crushing their hopes by coming out and saying it's a hoax. My own family is sort of from that background, sort of Russian. Michael, we're running out of time. I know these people. He'd be coming out and saying, I hoaxed it. We're running out of time. Is there anywhere... In CGI. Is there anywhere we can see this fourth film? Oh, yeah, I've got it on my YouTube channel. Give us the channel. It's called The Fourth film. It's an amazing film. Okay. And what's your YouTube channel called? It's all Newsweb. It's just all Newsweb. I'm going to go there now and have a little look. If you go there now and you go down on the side, it's like, I think it's maybe the third video down. Right. Our computers are being rubbish, as they always are. Mega update, fourth video or something. I will have a... it wants me to go away. I've messed up the internet. Michael, I'll have a look. We're out of time. It's lovely to talk to you, as always. Keep us informed with what happens. Send me a litof email, and if anything else develops, then we'll get you back on, if that's all right. I just want to say one thing to listeners. The other thing that you know, one of the reasons I know this is real is because one of the things that Ellie Gale said specifically, he kept on asking me, if we go big on this, will I get into trouble by various security? He was genuinely scared. Yeah. I just want to make that point. He was genuinely scared that he'd get somehow in trouble by the CIA by going public with his UFO encounter. But I've pretty much said my piece.
Michael, it's a pleasure to talk to you, mate. Thanks very much.
No, it's nice to
Take care and keep in touch, and we'll speak to you very soon.
Good on you.
Thank you very much. This is exciting. If this.
distance of real-life flying saucers. A fascinating letter from D. Robin Stowell of Milton Keynes, England. Mr. Stowell was alerting us to a startling footnote in an out-of-print book. Milton Keynes, England. It's not the kind of place where we expect to get new information on real-life flying saucers. But after our recent report on disc-shaped aircraft in Canada, top-secret American saucer projects, and Germany's development of craft like this during World War II, a sightings researcher received this letter from viewer D. Robin Stowell. A typesetter by trade, Stowell alerted us to this book, Brighter Than 1,000 Suns, an authoritative history of the race to build the first atomic bomb. Stowell typeset the original manuscript nearly 40 years ago, and never forgot this brief reference to a Nazi saucer that could outmaneuver any Allied aircraft. 4 decades after publication, Stoll found a copy of the out-of-print reference book and confirmed what he had long remembered. The footnote describes German saucers that were 45 yards across, capable of reaching speeds over Mach 1 and climbing to an elevation of nearly 8 miles. Some experts believe that these Nazi saucers could have been responsible for the legendary Foo Fighters sightings over Europe late in World War II. But if they were, it still does not explain Foo Fighters spotted over the Pacific during the same period.